WPA.
Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. We live in one of the most visited places in the world, Robin.
Oh, yeah, we sure do.
Central Florida is a destination for everybody. And yet, how come we always want to go somewhere else? How come you live here, you always want to travel someplace else? I think traveling is just a human condition. Otherwise, I think we were supposed to, like, explore the world and find new places.
So.
Right? And I think if there's, like, beaches and water, it's a natural to go to there, right?
Mm-hmm, exactly.
I went to the website, travelgirlinc.com, and you know who's on the cover of the magazine?
Who's that?
Marlo Thomas.
Oh, how beautiful.
Marlo Thomas is on there.
She's wonderful.
Stephanie Oswald is also beautiful. She's on. Oh, we got it for a whole half hour today. 25 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, it's usually such a short interview with Stephanie. Stephanie is also known as the Travel Girl. She's an award-winning international travel expert, and I pick her brain about everything every time she's on. She's going to tell us how to beat. Oh, today's Blue Monday. Is that right?
Yes. Yep, it is.
Oh, I don't feel so blue. You feel blue?
No, I don't.
Good morning, Stephanie. How you doing?
Good morning, Larry and Robin. I am so happy to be with you guys again. And yes, I'm not feeling blue either, but it's true. Today is Blue Monday, and there are a lot of people who are dealing with chilly, chilly weather. They don't live in Orlando or New Orleans, but they're dealing with sleet and snow and dreariness. Right. And also, it's, the post-holiday blues. People are kind of like, okay, we were so excited for the holidays. Now it's over. What do we do? And my answer is plan a trip.
Get out the door. Yeah. So where are you right now?
I'm in New Orleans.
Oh, you are? So you do have good weather right now. Okay.
Well, it's we get a little, for us, dreary is when it's, under 75. So, but it's carnival season here, and carnival season is just magic, and it starts January 6th, Epiphany, and it goes all the way till Mardi Gras, which is February 28th this year. So we're right in the middle of it. So king cakes are everywhere, and the big parade starts February 11th. So
food is always a topic that comes up with traveling. Like if you say, "Oh, I'm going to New York," somebody inevitably from New York will say, "Oh, let me tell you the best place to get a slice of pizza." There's a gazillion places, but they know the best one.
That's right.
Yeah.
So true, and that's what we do here. And you know what I say in New Orleans? You can get a good meal. You can get a great po' boy at the gas station. So that's how good our food is here. We got 5-star, and then we've got fabulous food at the gas station. So it's great.
Do you know what? I was looking up this morning. There was a story on if you were to get the presidential suite at the Trump Hotel in Washington, D.C. on, was it Thursday night, Friday night? The night before the inauguration.
Yep, Thursday night.
And the following night. So 2 nights. $100,000. Can you believe that?
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That's crazy. I'd take a trip around the world. Forget that.
Oh, me too. Anything but that. Oh, my. For what? To go to something boring and crowded? Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'll give you that. It's going to be very, very exciting. But, this is the time of year. We want to beat the blues, and we're seeing flash sales everywhere. And, it's very exciting. If you go on Travel Zoo right now and put in London and Paris, you're going to find amazing deals. Yesterday, there was one for $900, including airfare, London and Paris for a week.
Oh.
That's the type of deal right now.
Oh, that's the best
What's
deal
it called?
ever.
Travelzoo.com?
Yep.
Travel Zoo,
and that's one of the warehouses. They're kind of like a warehouse. They're one of my favorites. And basically, you sign up, and this is the thing: January, great time of year. Get your travel act together. Start an email address that is only for travel stuff, and this way you get these things in your email box every day, and it doesn't get with your personal or your work email. But yeah, they've got fantastic stuff. They do a top 20 every week, and this was one of the ones they had, and it just really caught my attention, obviously.
I just went to... okay, you know what they have on here? They have the Iceland, where you can see the Aurora Borealis.
Oh, nice.
I've never seen that. Have you ever seen that?
I've never seen it. It's on my list. I wrote a story about it. I remember doing something in 4th grade, and I remember using sparkles and glue and making it look like the aurora borealis. And it's been on my bucket list ever since.
Oh, cool.
I've never seen it, and I've always wondered, when you see video of it, and this is going to get the phone ringing, and maybe you know, it looks like it's moving. Is that a time lapse, or does it really look like it's moving in real, like when you're looking at it? Do you know what I mean?
think when you're looking at it, no, it does. It does. I mean, it's just the light. It's the light.
It's just dancing in the sky. Oh my gosh!
You really made a good point where you said the London and Paris trip for $900, that it also includes airfare, because sometimes people will book things and then it's not what they expected when the time comes, and then they're scrambling for extra funds.
Exactly. And so that's one of the really important things, Robin. Make sure you read the fine print. So that's the good news is lots of flash sales. The warning that goes along with it is make sure you read the fine print. And not all flash sales are, overseas adventures. We've got some closer to home. One of my favorite destinations, we've talked about Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. They put out a list today for Blue Monday deals. And you've got 2 weeks to book these, and if you go on their website, which is visitmyrtlebeach.com, you'll see a list of destinations. You can save more than 40%.
That's a pretty area.
So that's a lot of money. Yeah, at some of the resorts, it's a beautiful area, 60 miles of coastline. And then also there's little things too, like free desserts with your meal for the month of January. So little things like that. And wherever you're going, talk to the concierge, whoever you book your trip with. If you don't do it yourself, talk to the travel agent. Find out about those little things, because they can really add up. Whether it's a free dessert or a discounted ticket to the mini golf, or maybe it's a coupon to get a discount at the theater for your tickets. Whatever it is, if you can take advantage of those little things, it's going to give you more money to spend on souvenirs and food and whatever have you.
So did you go any place in 2016 that can get us excited? Where did you go in the last year?
Well, in October I went to Paris.
Oh,
man.
Beautiful.
I'm jealous. Was that you?
That's probably why.
How many times have you been to Paris?
Well, I'm a little spoiled in that category. I studied there, and I was there for a journalism exchange a few years ago, and
really?
I try to get there as soon as I can. But I hadn't been there since 2009, so this was a big trip. It was also my daughter's 10th birthday.
I want to go. I want to see this. Stephanie, it's on my list. It's on my list of places. I can tell you my list of places in one breath. I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Velbert, Germany. That's where my mother was born. I want to go to Liverpool because I love the Beatles. I want to go to Quebec City in the winter, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I want to go to New York a lot, of course.
When people are traveling and they're looking for the actual accommodations, do you recommend Airbnbs, or should we go to hotels, or what do you suggest?
Well, you talked about the phones ringing, and this will probably start it too. But yeah, for example, when we went to Paris, it was myself, my daughter, and another girlfriend and her daughter, and we went through Airbnb and Vacation Rentals by Owner, VRBO, similar thing, and we got a fantastic apartment all to ourselves. It was 3 bedrooms. We had a huge dining room, a full kitchen, and it was very, very secure. We were very, very happy, and it was right in the Marais, which is a great area of Paris, and it was around $200 a night, which is an amazing
Wow.
deal. And I don't know. I think it depends on your situation, because some people feel more comfortable staying in a hotel. And for example, like when I go to New York City, I have specific hotels that I like to stay at. So, I think it depends on where you're going. Big cities, if you don't know them well, you might be better off in a hotel where you have a concierge at your fingertips to help you. If you do know them well, then going with more of a local bed and breakfast or an Airbnb or a VRBO can be very advantageous, because you often get more space for your money. I think it really depends. And also going to those tourism board websites and looking for deals, because that's, you want to make sure you're getting it from a reputable place and saving some money at the same time.
That's the way to do it. So you've been doing this a long time. Do you see changes in the way we travel, I guess because of security and all the things that have changed in the world?
Well, I think now, I mean, we went through a period where people were more afraid to travel, but I think in the past year it really has gotten better. People are realizing, hey, you know what, I think because we are all working so hard and people, I mean, it's always, you invest money and time when you take a vacation.
Yeah.
And I think people are realizing, hey, now's the time to check off my bucket list. I mean, Larry, I love that you have your bucket list, and you better work on it.
I do. Well, my European bucket list is this. You know that cruise that they do on the river? I want to do that. That looks like it'd be fun.
And the Rhine?
Or
the Rhine?
the Rhine in Germany. Okay, yes. Or the Danube. I mean, there's so many.
I don't know which one, but it just looks like a lot of, I mean, it looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. But you're so close to the edge of the water. I think if the boat sank, I could swim.
That's a good.
I mean, that's, you know,
I like that.
when I see those big boats here in Cape Canaveral, it's like, holy cow, they go out in that water. They're heavier than a building, and they're on the water. That doesn't seem good to me. Do you like cruises?
I love cruises,
You
and
do?
it's funny you brought that up. The barges, I mean, that's very different. Well, I have not done a cruise yet on the Mississippi, and we live here, you know, on the Mississippi here in New Orleans, and that's one of my goals. That's on my bucket list. But it's very different. A cruise on a huge ship versus a sailing charter or a yacht or a barge on the river in Europe. Those are all going to be such totally different experiences, and it really bothers me when people say, oh, I hate cruises. And I'm thinking, well, how many have you been on? One. Okay, well, they don't say you hate cruises.
They're all different.
Because they're all, yeah, they really are.
No, they
And
look beautiful.
if you know that
How about within how about the travel destinations within the United States? A lot of people like to drive. They have children. They really don't want to miss the scenery by flying. What kind of advice can you give for them?
Sure. Well, one thing is you do want to go to those tourism board websites. So whether it's, you know, Boston, New York, Big Sur, or the national parks. I mean, the national parks had a big anniversary in last year, and they are still celebrating. And I think that, you know, people are realizing, hey, there are a lot of things to do in our own country, and I think the national parks. I mean, for a lot of people, that's what's on your bucket list. Have you been to Yellowstone? Have you been to Yosemite? And did you see just recently with the storms in California last week or the week before, that tree that everybody used to drive under?
Yes.
Oh, it crashed. It makes me so sad.
I know.
Oh,
I know. It fell down. Who knew?
I didn't know that.
I thought it would last forever. Stephanie Oswald is
Those
on.
are the types of places. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna.
Those are the types of places-
There's a delay, and I apologize for that. It seems like it's making us talk over you, and I don't mean to do that. We're not trying to be rude. I think we're having a hard time keeping up with the delay, but we'll be right back in a moment. We have to take a little break. Stephanie Oswald on the phone. Please don't go away, Stephanie. We love this conversation. It's so refreshing to talk about traveling, isn't it?
it is.
Instead of politics. Okay, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. Some fog patches on this Monday morning, otherwise times of clouds and sunshine with a high of 76 to 80. Mainly clear and mild Monday night, low 55 to 59. Tuesday, mostly sunny and warm, high 78 to 82. And remaining warm on Wednesday with sunshine and some clouds, the high again 78 to 82. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, my name is Erica Olstein. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine. So, you used to be wired, now you're just tired. You used to be thin, but now you're the heaviest you've ever been. You don't necessarily always have to take a med if your thyroid is playing dead. If you have a thyroid disorder, an acupuncture visit may be in order. Come visit me, your primary care physician, Erica Olstein, at A Better You Healthcare. Call me at 352-615-5566.
When you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, you won't take the new car depreciation because Automax saves you thousands on late model vehicles. Browse the inventory online at automaxocala.com. Then come down to see the great vehicles and upfront pricing in person. Compare up to 60 models inside the climate control showroom. So take your time. No high pressure, no gimmicks, no games. On the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs. And all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
All right, 20 minutes after 10 o'clock, 64 degrees. Temperatures climbing to 80 today. Just repeat that tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's going to be that. I think we don't have a winter this year, Robin. We just do not have a winter at all.
No, not so far.
And see, Stephanie Oswald is on the phone. She's the travel girl, and she's talking to us about, some really cool ways to travel and save a little bit of money and some cool ideas on where to go. And today's considered Blue Monday, I guess. This is the day we're supposed to feel sad because the holidays are over. Yeah, but Valentine's Day is just like a month away. Stephanie?
True.
Yeah.
True. And that's time to, and here's a little tip. You don't have to travel on Valentine's Day. You can still plan the trip, take advantage of some of those flash sales, and then give your sweetheart a coupon that says, hey, here's where we're going. And it doesn't matter whether it's March, April, May, July, whenever it is, just having that trip to look forward to will really make your sweetheart's day.
Do you know what I always wondered about? In the Poconos, I think it is, they advertise these hotels for newlyweds, honeymoon suites. And they have swimming pools in the rooms shaped like hearts.
Yes, I knew you were going to say that. That is such, you know what, it's so 50s and 60s. I don't think they really make them anymore, but if you look in the old postcards and you look in the old brochures, it's true. I mean, they have heart-shaped hot tubs and, yeah.
Yeah, well, why don't...
Probably up in Niagara Falls, maybe, too. I don't know, but
why don't they have them...
Easy, but it can really
I mean, why is that just for newlyweds? Why the heart shape? Why don't they just make a regular pool in the swim, a regular hot tub in the room for everybody?
Well, you can send them your complaint, but I don't think they're going to change it because they know people will talk about it like we're doing right now.
That's right. I think that's right.
In your years of broadcasting with CNN and all the networks and everything, you also specialized in adventure travel. I mean, you were everywhere
really?
from Papua New Guinea, which is really off the map for some people, to the outback, of Australia to recommend things. My mom always wanted to go there to the outback of Australia. So that would be something different to some kind of different kind of a tour to book.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, Australia it is a beautiful country. You can visit the whole country if you have a few weeks. And it's so different because it is like going to different countries within that one. I mean, it's an island. There's Tanzania. There's Tasmania. There's all these different things. But the outback, if you go way up into the north, and it is not your imagination. There are grasshoppers that are bigger than your head, and they're blue. I mean, they're giant. There are termite mounds that you can actually eat for protein. I mean, it's just really, really...
Nobody wants to do this.
This is fat. My mom does. This is something really good.
Wait, grasshoppers bigger than your head and you're eating ants?
And termites.
No, nobody wants to do this. Oh my
putting
gosh!
yourself in a different place. It's putting yourself. Also, you can go dive the Great Barrier Reef if you want to go down, and that is just
the outback.
Absolutely stunning.
Mm-hmm.
They have a steakhouse. They have no grasshoppers on the menu.
No. Well, but if you talk to them and they tell you about the real Australia, that's the truth. The other thing you can do is ride the GAN, which is the famous train, and go to some of the you can ride the GAN across Australia, and there are these places called stations, which are kind of our version of the bed and breakfast.
We have that
only
too.
They are, well, you have stations?
Yeah, we have train stations.
Well, but it's actually like an accommodations where you would stay. It's kind of a ranch. It's like a dude ranch.
Oh, really?
And you would stay and help herd the sheep, and you'd learn how to brand the livestock, and you might get to go out on a early morning cattle herd. I mean, it's just really, really different. And if you want to get a real feel for how they live.
Here's my
here's we ride the train.
All right, I know exactly what would happen if I took this train in Australia and I got to brand the sheep. From that day forward, every time that farmer looked at that sheep, he would say, "Look at that! Look at how bad that was done. That was that American Tourist guy.
They probably would, but that's okay.
He got it upside down. It's an upside down brand. I always love talking about this stuff. All right, so let's see. So I went to your website, travelgirlinc.com, and where's your picture? I see Jacqueline Smith. I see Marlo Thomas. Who else did I see on here?
Well, those are our covers, but no, you can find me. Let's see. Okay,
where are you?
I have a story up there right now on how to travel smoothly in 2017.
Okay,
and at the bottom of that.
Travel smoothly.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Is that your back? No.
No, well, keep going.
Where's
Keep scrolling down.
Oh, there you are, Stephanie.
down.
Oh, I see you. Yeah.
There
There you are. Now
I am.
Yes. Okay. There you are. So, all right. So, do you ever get to
those 5 things? Go ahead.
the 5 things? Tell me. Oh, the 10.
I would tell you, the 5 things on that list, they're all really easy things to do. Update your luggage tags, check your toiletry kit, buy a new bag. There you go, Robin. This is a good excuse, good time of year. Check on your luggage, and if there's anything wrong with it, buy yourself a new one.
There you
Don't
go.
feel guilty. Like
What-
I said, if you travel for work, this is not a splurge.
And plus, you need a passport nowadays to go anywhere, right? Like to go to Canada, for example.
Well, not yet.
No.
Well, you should have one no matter what. I highly recommend having a valid passport because you never know when the travel bug is going to bite you, or maybe work's going to say, hey, we need somebody to go to India who's got their passport ready. And if you're the one who has to get yours, has to apply, you might be bottom of the list. But if you already have one ready
Joe,
to go...
Joe, if you're sending me to India, I need a passport.
Well, that happened to my brother back in July. He plays with the Sarasota with the Ringling Brothers Circus Band, and they were going to go to Dubai. So he had to make sure he had his passport in order and everything, and so he's got one just ready for that.
That's awesome. And we have to talk about that for a second, Robin. Ringling Brothers, they just announced that they're closing.
Yeah.
That
I
makes
know.
me so sad.
I know.
Yeah,
That's very sad.
I hate that. I love
When's the last time you
circus.
went?
Love it, love it, love it.
When is the last time you went to the circus?
Last year.
Okay.
I
There
went
you
last year.
There you go.
That's right. It's
Love
an
it.
annual
I've got
event.
the cups in my cabinet to prove it.
Oh, nice.
Well, they just recently announced that they had the first female ringleader too. And then they closed the whole thing down. That's crazy. She didn't have much
I
of
don't
a.
think those two things are connected.
She didn't. No. But they didn't give her much of a run. They're gonna. They put the elephants in Robin said some kind of a sanctuary.
Yeah, in just outside of Tampa in South Florida, the 15 circus elephants are down there.
So
They'll be living their life out down
Well,
where do they put the ringleaders when they?
they're going to have to find another job. They're going to have to go to Cirque du Soleil or something like that.
there. That's right.
Right. That's what I think. All right, I'm looking at the 10 things to love about New Orleans. That's another city. Your city is a city I want to go to. I've really never spent any time there. I passed through it. Is about it.
You need to come here. New Orleans is so fabulous, and I'm just going to put it out there. This is carnival season. This is a family event. This is one of my goals while I live here, is just to remind people over and over, Mardi Gras is not about boobs and beads. It's about family. It is just such an incredible time. I call it, and you guys can relate, I call it Disneyland for free, because it's just parade after parade. And if you come here the weekend before Mardi Gras, you've got 5 days of wonderful parades which have deep history. They all have different icons. You're going to have the time of your life, and I promise you're going to feel like
day
it
trip.
again.
Okay, but if a guy did want the boobs and beads part, where would I go? Just
Bourbon Street. But
Okay,
I'll tell
thank you.
what,
Thank you.
We don't go. If you're a local, you don't go to Bourbon Street.
okay.
Locals
Well, I'm
do not
going.
go to
I
Bourbon Street.
just one time. Come on. I'm okay. I won't misbehave too bad.
I highly recommend it.
All right,
If you've never been here, yes, you must go to Bourbon Street.
Stephanie, you're always fun. Thank you for being on with us. I want to make sure the listeners know how to get the information you gave during this interview. So, kind of repeat the websites if you could.
Sure, absolutely. If you want to find out more about Travel Girl, travelgirlinc.com, and you can read about New Orleans and those 5 things to do for smooth travel this year. If you want to find out more of what's going on in New Orleans, MardiGrasNewOrleans.com or online, NewOrleansOnline.com, all kinds of information. You can live vicariously through us and check out the parades. And if you want to take advantage of those Blue Monday deals I mentioned at Myrtle Beach, you want to go to visitmyrtlebeach.com. So those are 3 places to start. And follow me on Twitter if you're not already. Travel Girl Steph.
Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm not so sure if I do follow you. I will make sure I do that. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for being on with us today. I know she's got to run.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. We will be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Insurance for everybody. That's how President-elect Donald Trump describes a new Obamacare alternative that he says he'll reveal soon.
Thousands of people rallied across the country to show support for Obamacare. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer was at a rally in Michigan.
Do you want to go back to chaos? Let me hear ya!
Mr. Trump declined to share details with the Washington Post, but he did say he plans to force pharmaceutical companies to negotiate with the government.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland. Millions today celebrating the life of Martin Luther King Jr. New Jersey Senator Cory Booker reminding those at the National Action Network breakfast that Dr. King said change only happens with work and sacrifice.
He said what we will have to repent for in this day and age is not the vitriolic words and violent actions of the bad people, but the appalling silence and inaction of the good people.
Today is a federal holiday. U.S. financial markets also closed. Fox News, we report, you decide.
And now, Geico Saving Stories. Nikki Peasley was happily married to Scott. However, something between them changed after Scott spent 15 minutes on Geico.com.
Constant gifts, chocolates, flowers, like he discovered a cash tree.
Cash tree, indeed. Unbeknownst to Nikki, Scott had saved hundreds of dollars on their car insurance by switching to Geico.
His gifts never stop.
Geico. Spend 15 minutes and 15% or more in savings could be gifted to you.
Remember when a small business needed a landline? Today, landlines are a thing of the past with Grasshopper, the entrepreneur's phone system. On the road, at the beach, or at home, Grasshopper helps you grow your business. Get all the features of a business phone system and the freedom of a cell phone with our iPhone and Android apps. Features include multiple extensions for your team, calls forwarded to your mobile phones, voicemails transcribed and emailed, and so much more. See how it works at grasshopper.com, the entrepreneur's phone system.